Yo.
Welcome back to another banger of a video with your boy. Today I'm going to show you guys how to sample a TikTok and flip it into a beat. I'm sure you guys have seen the copious amounts of remix videos on TikTok recently. There's been a bunch of drill and like lo-fi remixes, and recently people have made like Jersey Club remixes and like Plug B remixes. So it's kind of just like whatever's popping at the moment. But before we get into it though, be sure to check out the description for all the boys from the label. Be sure to check out our website. We've got a bunch of free kits on there. There's a bunch of paid kits, and we've been streaming on Twitch recently a lot now. Jake and 36 stream like 4 times a week now. It's fucking crazy, but it's really fun, so I hope to see you guys there soon as well. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Where did you come from, babe? And won't you take me there right away? Won't you, baby? Turn around and you got to be. Spark my nature, sugar fly with me. Don't you know?
So to sample this video, you obviously need the audio for it. So to do that, I have this Chrome extension called Sample. You can just Google sample Chrome extension. It'll pop up. So after you got that installed, you can go to your extensions and then click on sample, and this will pop up. And it's as easy as pressing record and playing your video. So to download it, you can just click on this button here. And as soon as you drag the sample into FL, you'll need to find out what the BPM is. There's a bunch of ways to do it, but I usually just take this little BPM counter, play the TikTok, and just kind of tap it out. But if it is a bit choppy, you can actually just slice up the loop like piece by piece. So what I would do is I would listen to like the first half bar of the loop. And obviously this loop's already on time, but if it's not on time, I usually do the chops in half a bar sections. So if you got the first piece on time, you can just move on to the next one, and you can hold down shift and scroll with your mouse wheel. And as you can see, the sample kind of bumps up a bit. So if you keep on doing this in like half bar increments, it'll sound like perfectly on time. And you can also just select smooth on the declicking mode just to make it sound even less choppier. So after I sped it up, I added a couple of effects to it, and you can literally add anything on. Like I experiment as much as possible when it comes to sampling like this, because you don't really know what you're going for at the start of a remix, I feel. So I just try and make the sample sound as much as a loop as possible, if that makes sense. So whatever processing you need to make it sound like it can fit in a beat, you know, go crazy. But I started off with Valhalla Space Modulator, and I just used the deep chorus preset and tweaked around a bit with the parameters. After that, I added on Supermassive on the Space Verb 1999 preset, which is my favorite fucking preset on this plugin. I use it on literally everything. And then after that, I put on Fresh Air on the Shiny preset just to kind of boost some of the highs and the mids. And then I put on a radio effect with the EQ. So after that, I took the loop and I duplicated it and put it on its own mixer track. And I'm pretty sure I added exactly the same effects to it as well. I just pitched down this new version with an octave, and with the higher version, I just stereo separated it a bit. And this is actually like a pretty easy way to just make a sample sound more like a loop by layering it and keeping like one an octave high, one an octave down, and just adding a shit ton of effects to it. And that is it for the sample. If you really wanted to, you could add some keys or, you know, some instruments of your own. But I feel like with this sample, the guy's already playing a guitar, you know, I really like layered it, so it already sounded as full as I wanted it to, so I didn't really add anything else to it. But let's just speed run through these drums. So starting off with the drums, I took this drill hi-hat loop from Simon Severa's Capital Drum Kit 4. And next up, I added on a rim to get the bounce going. And then I added in this open hat. I added in this little perk roll over here. I've no clue what the fuck this is. And lastly, I added in the kick and 808. that is literally it for the beat. Like I said, it's really simple. I think it's all about like just making the sample actually sound like a loop. Then you can't really go wrong with remixing anything. For the next remix, I wanted to make a new one, but I actually forgot I had this one. And it's actually a perfect example on like how to actually chop up a sample to flip it. So for this sample, I used a video from Callan Music. So here's an example of how I chop it up to get it on time. As you can see, everything's on smooth, and then I literally just go to whatever part is not on time and I do the little shift mouse roll thing and just get it on time. I don't know how to explain it, but trust me, it's the best way to get shit on time. It's not a hassle at all, even though it looks like it's a fucking mission. There's so many chops in this bitch. And then once again, I added on modulator, supermassive, radio preset from the EQ, and then I added halftime as well, but I created like an automation clip and played around with it a bit. I'll show you guys now, but this is how the sample sounds processed. So after that, when it comes to the part where the drums are in, I chopped up the loop a bunch of times. I don't even know what the fuck I did, but I think I made little small chops like this, and then I keep like 2 chops at the same pitch and the other 2 a pitch higher. And I also created a automation clip for halftime, and I did whatever the fuck this is. And playing around with halftime and the pitch of the sample is really fun, because if you have a automation clip for the halftime and a pitch for the sample, or you do like little chops like this where you change the pitch of different chops, it just gets a really cool effect. And then I just added on some like bouncy Drake drums, and yeah, that is about it. But yeah, I think that is about it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something new. I only recently actually started like remixing TikToks for fun, just to get used to it. And it's just really been a good time. I would advise any producer, if you're bored, if you don't know what to do, what to make, just go on TikTok, just find a random video, try and sample it. It's a nice challenge, you know. It'll take you like 20 minutes, and yeah, it kind of just takes you out of your comfort zone, and you never know, it might fucking blow up and get 14 million streams. Like, anything is possible. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching. All the links to our socials and our website will be in the description, so be sure to check that shit out. And yeah, I'll check you guys in the next one.